pals, Nary here from Drake Wing Game, and subbing to me on Twitter, The Gaming Drag. Today I'm coming back at you with a Let's Play episode of Remember the Flowers. So yeah, before we jump into it, just wanted to let y'all know that our Patreon is out for as little as $5. Y'all can help support the channel, get some awesome rewards like permanent access to our community Discord server and full access to upcoming Not Safe for Work videos. And anyway, let's go ahead and jump right back in. Alarm chain, you were up, and let's go. Sorry, but could you put some clothes on? Oh, I'm completely naked. Must have lost my towel in the commotion. Sure, just give me a second. I grunt before heading to my belongings. What a great first impression. Once we clean up and make ourselves presentable, we make our way back to the cafeteria. Benjamin swore again they wouldn't try to report me. To make up for everything, I offer to treat Benjamin to a meal. I owe him this much at least. He comes up with a different excuse each time someone asks what happened to him. He's a terrible liar. Benjamin doesn't know the area any better than I do, which doesn't help. It takes a bit of looking around, but I eventually find a cafeteria that Artemis mentioned during our short tour. It's rather big with lots of people in line. It makes me a little nervous seeing resumed soldiers in uniform again. But I guess I'm on their side now. Funny how things work. You're sure you're not in pain or anything? Oh, yes, I'm fine. Being tough is one of my few strengths. I see. As we get closer to the front of the line, I take a look at the menu only to realize I don't recognize the currency being used. Benjamin? Seriously, Benji is fine. Right. Listen, Benji. Do they not take plumes here? That's all I have. Oh, did you not get your welcome package yet? Welcome package? Yeah, they sent it to your Axiom, I think. Benji awkwardly tries to turn his Axiom on. I just got mine after orientation earlier today, so I'm not the best at using it. But, there it is. Benji tries to show me his screen. I don't mention that I can't see it clearly yet, though. We pay for meals with credits instead of plumes. I already got a month's worth of pay to start with. After that, we gotta earn them. I see. I take on my Axiom and sift through my messages. I sneered at a notification from Artemis I apparently got a month ago. I didn't bother reading the whole thing, but it looks like he sent me some stuff. I opened the attachments, adding the contents to my Axiom. Well, what's wrong? You look angry. It's because I am. Anyway, order whatever you want. Like I said, it's my treat. Benji's stomach growls and he starts to drool. Don't gotta tell me twice. I wince before glancing at my credits. Maybe I just made another mistake. So you were a farmer before getting recruited, huh? Benji brings a bowl of soup up to his mouth to slurp the rest of the contents before answering me. Oh, yeah, that's right. After my wife died, I didn't really have much of a choice. She was the breadwinner, after all. I didn't have any education like her. Farming seemed like an okay solution at the time. I see. Sorry to hear about your wife. It's okay. I do miss her quite a lot, though. Here, I have a picture. Benji takes out a locket that had been hidden under his shirt, showing me a fuzzy photo of his family, which makes it hard to see details. I guess that makes sense. Not many people can afford a proper camera. Oh, those are my wife, Sky. We're holding up Jean and Lisa. He points at them with enthusiasm. They're both beautiful. They're what keeps me going. My partner, Aiden, is taking care of them right now. They live in the middle of the country while I try to work in the big city. He's about as well off as I am, that is to say, not at all. So landing this job is really going to help out. I sympathize with him, but I know he doesn't realize how much shit he's gotten into. What about you? Do you have any family? That catches me off guard. I think back to the crew for a moment before taking another bite of food. No, it's been just me for as long as I can remember. Oh, well, maybe we can make a trip to visit Aiden. He's a great cook and wouldn't mind setting up another plate. Ha, I appreciate it. I'll think about it. There you are. I was wondering where you had wandered off to. Just as my mood starts to improve, it sours again. We look behind ourselves and see Artemis walking up. Benji immediately stands up and then bows. Hello, sir. Hope you're doing well this evening. At ease, Benji. Seriously, you needn't be that formal with me. We're all part of the same team, after all. Yes, sir. He rubs the back of his head sheepishly, but the bandages catch Artemis's attention. 1 second, y'all. Water time. Sweet nectar. Alright. His gaze shifts to me. Hello there, Mr. Krager. I mumble as I take another bite of food. My heavens, what happened to your arm, Benji? Despite talking to Benji, he looks at me when he asks that. Oh, I slipped it up, hit my arm on the counter a few times. I grimace at his crappy excuse. At least he's still trying to cover for me. Do you need something, sir? I end my sentence with a sarcastic intonation. As a matter of fact, I do. Your first assignment has been finalized, if you would be so kind as to follow me. Sorry, Benji. I'll see you later, I guess. Okay, good luck out there. I'm sure you'll do fine. I nod before getting up to follow Artemis out of the cafeteria. Artemis directs me to a discreet elevator at the end of the hall. Once the doors close, he speaks up. I'm glad to see that you two are getting along. I'm sure you are. If you wanted to cover his wound up, you should have given him a proper excuse yourself. That was painful. Don't have to tell me twice. I panicked. Don't make a habit of attacking your roommate. There's only so much I can do to protect you. Surprised you'd even go to the trouble of doing that. I don't fuck around when it comes to furthering our goals. I hope you'll remember that in the future. We'll see. Watching the elevator screen above the door, I had to notice just how far underground we've gone. Where are we going? Dario wants you to try your hand at taking care of someone in the sublevels. I'm not sure if it's a sick joke or not. I'm not much of a caretaker. And that's what I said. However, he was advised that you have a unique insight and would be perfect for this job. What the hell? That's all the information I have. Even I don't know what that man is thinking half the time. We're here. Keep your voice down. She might be asleep. Whatever. A good boy. I wrinkle my snout as we make our way down the corridors. It's really warm down here. Wait, when you said caretaker, you mean like... Artemis stops in front of a pair of imposing doors. Yes, you're going to take care of someone on shifts with the other assigned employees. You'll be notified ahead of time when it's your turn, and you are not to tell her anything you wouldn't tell someone like Benji. Artemis enters a complicated code into a number pad. The door opens soon after he finishes. It almost feels as though steam is pouring out of the room. It's so hot. I expect to see a person trapped in a test tube or something. What I'm met with is much more jarring. It's an extremely well-furnished room. A bedroom? There's someone in an electric wheelchair on the left side of the room. Looks like they're watering plants. She notices us at the door, stopping what she's doing to look at us. Soon after, she grimaces, going back to watering her plants. If I had known you were coming, I would have pretended to be asleep again. Nice to see you too, Subject 02. Well, what do you want this time? I'm busy. Temperamental as always. Artemis gestures to me in order to grab her attention. I just wanted to introduce you to one of our new recruits. He'll be taking care of you from time to time. His name is Lance Krager. I do hope you two can get along. I see you're passing off your work to someone else yet again. Cut me some slack. I'm a busy man. Speaking of, I really must be going. When you want to leave, Lance, just head back the way we came. With your credentials, the lift will take you back to the ground floor. Toodles! And just like that, the weasel leaves me alone with this woman with no context whatsoever. If you have no business, you can be on your way. I'll be fine. I literally don't know what my business is. What am I supposed to even do? Don't ask me. I'm usually asleep when y'all come down here. Why is it so hot in here? Like, it's water time. Let's see. For my plants, obviously. They need a good amount of humidity. I start to walk around the room to get a better look at everything. There's bookshelves on the right side of the room. All the books look ancient. A good-sized bed sits at the back corners, covered in stuffed animals. Looks like no one's used it in a while. I thought Artemis had bad manners. Why are you just walking around a girl's room without permission? Oh, we didn't say how old she was, so... Sorry, I just haven't seen stuff like this before is all. I'm not surprised. It took them a while to find even this much. Them? The higher-ups of your godforsaken organization. Hey, it's not my organization. I'm not exactly happy to be working here. The woman stops watering her plants and looks over at me. Her hair immediately catches my attention. It's completely white. Can't tell how old she is, but she reminds me a lot of Cyrus. They tricked you too, huh? More or less. Just doing what I can to survive. How noble of you. Nothing noble about me. At least you're honest. Don't get used to it. The woman laughs at that. Not a mocking way, but a genuine laugh. It's been a while since they've sent someone who's somewhat tolerable down here. The bar must be in hell if that's the case. That makes sense. We're only a couple floors above hell, after all. Now it's my turn to smirk. What are you in for, anyway? Oh, no, not going to tell you that on the first date. Gross. The woman sets her watering can down, and then uses her electric wheelchair to cross the room to me. At this distance, I can see the many cables attached to the back of her chair. Are they connected to her? I'll make things easy for you, at least. I'm not allowed to leave, but I can ask for things to entertain me while I'm stuck here. You want me to run errands for you? More or less. Being trapped in a room for as long as I have can make you go crazy. That's why I sleep a lot. How long's it been? Not on the first date. I don't want to get you in trouble either. I'm in loads of it already. I'm sure I could manage. She chuckles again. Fearless, ain't you? Kinda have to be. I checked my axiom. It's a little past 3 in the afternoon. I was gonna try to go shopping before they give me a mission that takes me off base. Anything you need, The woman claps her hands in excitement. Oh, okay. I've been thinking about a new name for a while. It's been far too long. Lilith is cool and a cool name and all, but it doesn't really fit me, I think. What? In that case, feel free to call me Vivian. It's nice to meet you, Lance Krager. Likewise, I guess. Oh. Oh my. Oh my god. Chapter 14. Exercise caution. Before I know it, another month passes in the blink of an eye. Still wonder if my perception of time is different from others. Once we got back, I started going to the gym for a lot more than just rehabilitation. Karen has been teaching me more than just self-defense, though even I can tell there's no real technique involved. She's not a martial artist, but she knows how to do damage. That's all I really need. Karen yells at me from across the gym. Alright, Sai. Any more and you'll knock it off the hook. Come on, time for a break. Okay. I take a deep breath to stabilize myself before I make my way to Karen and Kanto. Oh, hey, when did you get here? About 10 minutes ago. If I didn't know any better, I'd say you had a vendetta against punching bags. Was I swinging too hard? No such thing. Though in all seriousness, you'll tuck yourself out if you use all your energy like that. Karen lowers herself into a boxing stance. I know Talent is teaching you how to use a knife, so I want you to try to practice quick but precise strikes. She starts punching the air in multiple different areas. Thank you now. Water time. Alright. I'm not a knife kind of gal, but they can do some serious damage with minimal effort. I nod along to her demonstration. Kanto hands me a canister of water, staring at me. What? What happened to your scars? Oh, Vita helped me cover up most of them. If I'm going to be out in public more often, I want to look less conspicuous. As if anyone's going to miss that snow-white hair of yours. You kept the scars on your chest? Oh, yeah. I place my right hand over them. These are the only ones I have some sentimental value for. Thank you, Dr. Q. Dr. Q? Dr. Cow? That's not all that bothers me. It looks like you're making some scary good progress. You were a twig when we first met. Now you look like you could handle an arm wrestle or two. I don't know a ton of humans, but I wasn't expecting your gains to be so... fast. He says with some skepticism, which makes me panic a little. Oh, Vita's been helping me with energy drinks and supplements. I swipe up my Axiom inventory screen and pull out a thin but long case made of plastic. It's filled with medicines shaped like gumballs that are brown and smooth. I wanted an easier way to make my take my serum on the go, so Vita came up with these for me to store. I think back to when I was theory crafting these with Vita. When we got back from our trip, I went straight to Vita for advice on what I should do when out in the field. They were hesitant, but they figured out how to make compact balls of medicine for me. The main idea was to make it edible rather than something I drink. From what I understand, the Axiom doesn't play well with loose liquids. That's why you'll see that water the hyena concocted everywhere around here. Vita hands me the fruits of their labor, their first attempt at a medicine ball. You shouldn't need to visit me that much anymore, if at all, with these things. I can have them shipped to your room on a weekly basis. It's amazing, thank you! Will they be able to help me with my energy issues? To a point, yes. I suppose I can give you a quick burst of energy in a pinch, but I wouldn't rely on it. Vita pauses while they stare at me before writing down something in their notebook. They look annoyed. What's wrong? Do they taste bad or something? No, I made sure to make them with synthetic cocoa powder like you asked. What's wrong? After your most recent physical, it was apparent just now how much progress you made. It's not normal. One second, I'm going to go ahead and pause it right there. Thank you all so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, ring that notification bell, and check out our Patreon if you can. It always helps. Anyway, I love you all. I'll see you all in the next video. Bye-bye!